Actually, first of all, let's have a conversation about you. Then your son is born. Because
Yes,
now your second born is now
1996. Yeah.
1996. Again, must be life changing.
Major changes, yeah. Because now there are two.
And both you and your wife are extremely, in fact, in this season, in that time, you are workers.
Yes.
Like
she was working around the clock because she was very busy in her practice. So, which was, there was a positive that could control her time. But then she had a lot of clients she was handling, like
Yeah.
So the Kijana is born 1996, 5 years after the sister, which was just happiness. big happiness. So he grows up. When he was a kid, he was very, very much into flying. In fact, I took him to Wilson and I paid for a lesson. He was like 10, 99 Flying Club. We went up, not with me because I was not qualified. But I sat in the back. But I think the flying bit in his waned off and he stuck to his love for sports or football. Yeah,
I love that.
Initially, he was talking flying.
Yeah. How long are you going to be married next year, or how long are you married this year? How many years are you celebrating?
Well, we've been together. Marriage is just
you've been together, yeah?
We've been together since was it 78? Since I came back from US and booked in Nanyuki.
Okay.
It's a lot of time.
And the
way before you were born.
way before. So, but the reason why I asked that is in the day and age where my generation or even the generation that's coming up, that's after me, are breaking up in. You guys had every reason to break up. You are rarely seeing each other. Your schedules are crazy. How did you manage to still? How are we here in your house with Gina upstairs?
Maybe that travel helps because if you're away for 2 days and you come back,
you're missed.
There's no time to start arguments because then you're going again. And I think the initial match, I'm not saying that now, I think we clicked and it's been what the kids, of course, bring so much happiness. Yeah, so that I don't know.
Okay.
Again, luck.
Okay, let's move on swiftly. 2001, September 11th. That completely changes the aviation. Let me hear it from a pilot's perspective.
It changes because now, like I was talking earlier, there's all these special procedures and suspicion, and right now you cannot get on a flight like you now to New York. They have sent your names in advance. Already they know Chris Kariuki is coming, and if you're on some funny database, they'll either block it. We've had people pulled out of aircrafts here in Nairobi. We boarded, and a message comes and they look for it, Mr. So-and-so, please see a cabin crew, and they'll leave. I've had in my own flights 3 times, or at the check-in when they go and scan you're on some list and you're not allowed to board, and they don't say the reason. They just say not allowed. That's it. You go home, and there's no way you can check that. What did I do? Maybe your name sounds like similar to another name. I don't know. So that changed a lot. That's Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein Kamau.
Oh man!
So it made it messy. It made it messy. Some of the security things you do now, and then they have not moved on. There was the shoe bomber, if you remember. We put some. That was years ago.
Oh, so that's why we remove our shoes.
Up to now we are removing your shoes, which to me, that happened. It was remove your shoes, remove your laptop, remove your belt.
No water
just
now.
a buckle.
Yeah.
No water. What can you do with a bottle of water? So it's to me it's too extreme because and they even check us. And I know I've had discussions. Someone has said, September 11, they didn't carry anything. They used their hands to fly the aircraft into a thing. You don't have to carry anything. You don't need a weapon. You can use your hands.
It's true.
If I'm a bad
They
guy.
use their skill.
And the stupid thing is, when you get on board, like in first class, in business class, they give you a knife to eat your steak. But there, any little metal thing they want you to remove, hey, what is this? Then you get on board, they give you a knife. Enjoy your steak. Bon appetit. In the cockpit, we have an axe. We have an axe about this high, which is used to...
Out of emergency, to break out.
Emergency to escape.
Yeah.
If you are blocked, you can get it and maybe break something. And so we have an axe. So when you make a big fuss about my belt, because my belt made a noise on the system. So it missed a lot of things and they have been unable to get over it. There was a shoe bomber, we removed our shoes. There was other 9/11, so they are super. I think there was someone to do with liquids, that's why you remove your water in case you have mixed a concoction.
Yes.
So yeah, it removed a bit of the flavor. And now you have to go so early to some airports.
It's because of Corona now. Flying is a full day experience now.
It's a full day experience.
Your flight's at 9 p.m., you start at midday.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Nairobi, you have to go through one downstairs, and you go up, and you go through another one. Same thing, belt.
With all your skill and experience and the years that you've been doing this, I'm sure, I have no proof about this, but I'm sure that you probably received offers to go work for different airlines, or you could have done what you did and just maybe let them know that you are available for poaching. And I know a lot of pilots who've left KQ and gone and got 3 times more their salary, do less flights, or make more money, spend more time with their family. Why did you stay for 33 years with KQ?
When was it, like 5 years ago? Was it 4 or 5 years when KQ was really doing badly? We had an exodus of people who went to Emirates, they went to Qatar. They're still there even now, most of them. Why did I stay? I guess again, family, the family, everything else around the family.
Yeah.
Because Gina was running a huge
PR company.
Very successful PR company. And I did not feel outfit in Dubai or anywhere else. The money is good, but I think, and all of them who are there now, when you talk to them very honestly on a one-on-one, the money is good for sure. But there's something, there's a lot you miss. You have to make a trip to go visit your mother. It's a whole, you know what I'm saying? Your kids grow up, their friends are all from there. The day you come back, they know no one. The ladies, unfortunately, or the husbands, but especially the ladies who moved, 99% of them are not working. And some are professionals. Some were teachers, bankers, when they left here.
Yeah.
They can't get jobs there. So I think there's more give than take.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you looked at it holistically.
The money may be good, but there's a lot more you're losing.
I get it.
And I think, money is only one aspect of the totality of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all like money, but it's only one aspect.
I get it. It doesn't answer.
It doesn't answer.
If you have all this money and you don't have people to even just sit down and have a conversation with, what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay. I always want that's really answered the question. So, but I want to ask about then this thing that you've mentioned. Then we'll come back to your story and this whole conversation about now KQ as the organization. I mean, there's a time everybody was buying the KQ shares because of just how it was skyrocketing. It was the pride of Africa, the hope. It was almost like the time when Obama was coming in, who you've got to meet as well.
Yes.
But why then, during the hardship, in the hard times of KQ, tell me about that and how it affected, because I'm not too conversant about that, but I'd like to hear it from your perspective, a pilot's perspective.
KQ did something called, it was a very ambitious project called Project Mawingo, where there was a plan to just expand and buy aircrafts. And it didn't go well. I think we were running before we could walk, among many other things, which I would not want to say in case inaccurate or I am misquoted. But and it came just a few years after we had hit the very top. There was a time KQ share went to over 100 shillings. If you look through there was a time, I think 2 or 3 years in a row, we got a 13th-month pay.
Ooh.
As in, one was a full pay, one was like half a month's pay. That's how well we were doing. And I think because of that, they will say, yeah, we can do this. Let's buy more aircraft. Let's do this. Unfortunately, like as we said earlier, airlines are very tricky animals. One September 11, nobody wants to fly with you. Or one, Corona.
The game changes.
Yeah, or we start fighting among ourselves. You don't want to go to Kenya and there's 207. So who's coming to Kenya? No, you can't go to lodges, you can't go. So the airline is one of the people to be fast hit by such things.
Even so external factors. I like what you've talked about, because those are external factors.
Those are nothing to do with you. Yeah. Look at last year. I sat here for 4 months or 5 months. Sat in the garden there, read a book, because everything was shut down.
Jeez.
Everything was shut down.
So I know, I've seen
aviation is very tricky, very, very tricky, unlike other professions.
I've seen those maps where normally you see on the screen, you've seen so many planes.
Yeah.
During Corona, you're seeing 3.
Yeah, flight radar. Flight radar.
Yeah, flight radar.
Flight radar. You just see a few. So it's very tricky. I guess I had a bit of faith, that's why I stayed. And then there were too much to leave. Of course, Gina's work, whatever other biasharas I have, there was too much to leave.
Okay.
Just, to go sit in Dubai.
Just go and chill. And let me ask now, you were talking about how when you go to airports, you sit down, and I mean not airports, when you go to other hotels, that bed and the monotony of it. Is that what birthed your different business? Is that what made you say, let me diversify? I've got some time.
You have to diversify. Airline, and I've seen it happen. I have friends who, we do our medicals every 6 months, above age 40, below 40 once a year. I have friends who went for medical and never came back to the cockpit.
What?
You go, X-ray, there's a mark here. So let's go for intense. You have a small blockage. So maybe you need a stench, and you do a stench, then you still have blood pressure. They never came back. And then you just get what they call loss of license. So aviation has that element, unlike the guy who works for Coca-Cola. You lose a leg, you get your stamp, and you go back to work once you recover. It doesn't change. You go back to your desk as the personnel manager. Aviation, you can't do that.
You become a risk to 230 people.
Not on that. I mean, you don't have your license. Or somebody punches you in the eye, your argument in... That's it. You can't fly with one eye. So you need to do other things, whether you're farming or whatever you're doing. And most people will try and do other things, whether you're buying plots of land and selling.
I get it.
You need other things. And also, you do have quite a bit of free time. Because when you're here for 3 days, I've just come back yesterday. I'm not flying until Monday. So what do I do for 3 days? You know, you have to keep yourself occupied. Be it schooling, be it whatever.
What did you do? What are some of the things that you found that you'd like to do?
Well, before I did schooling at USIU, I got my degree there. I have my normal, like every Kenyan, you go
Side hustle.
side hustles of you buy plots of land and sell, or houses and you sell, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Ooh, very, very interesting to know. Okay, so when do you become captain? At what, any of the different stages? What year was that? Can you remember the year?
I can tell you, I can remember the year.